Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture. Listen, as you all are coming in, please make sure that you all are hitting that like button. And if you like what you see, subscribe. Also, please make sure if you're subscribing to both of my channels. I'd appreciate it. Listen, I've only kind of talked about it briefly. But I thought I'd talk about it in depth here. Give me 1 second. I want to talk about this controversy, what's going on with the Children of Blood and Bone. I want to go over the trailer. I want to go over the author's words. I want to go over all of that because we need to, and I want to speculate about what I think is going on. Now, if you're not familiar, Children of Blood and Bone, they just dropped their trailer. This is announced. The Children of Blood and Bone has been adapted from a book written by, and I don't want to butcher her name, child. Tomi Adeyemi. Tomi Adeyemi. And she has written a series of books. It's a trilogy series, and this is the first installment of that. I am not sure if she structured her deal for each book to be adapted into a screenplay or not, but I do know that her first initial book was adapted into a screenplay, and there is a powerhouse of folk starring in this role. As you see, you've got Thusi, you've got Idris Elba, you got Cynthia Erivo. I can't think of what this young lady's name standing next to Cynthia Erivo. You've got Viola Davis, you've got Damson Idris, you have Regina King, you've got Chio Ejiofor, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing their names, but it is stacked. You've got Amanda Stenberg. You have a lot of powerhouse Black or African American actors in this role. It's directed by Gina Blytheworth. I'm going to be butchering these names, y'all. It's directed by her. Now, let me share my screen. So we see this. Now, Tomi did this it's probably been about 3 months ago. She put this out saying that, people were asking her because there was a period of time where she was posting things that were going on the set to her IG. She was doing a whole lot of different things. And then she did this about why she was no longer posting. And people were speculating, like, dog, what happened? She said she didn't have a good experience. And then there were the release of text messages where she is telling Amanda Stenberg, hey, so you see up here where I guess this is supposed to be Amanda talking. They've got so much stuff covering it. But it says, know how to continue something. My only hope was to reconnect as human beings. I can feel something to your whatever. They covered the text up. I don't know why that text is covered the way you can't hardly read it. Let me see if I can click it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. That's Amanda. So here's part of another text where it's saying, and lastly, since someone asked, I have not seen the film and I will not watch. Now, this is a series of text messages that she shared a couple of months ago. It says, "It's been painful holding this back from you all, and I'm sorry if any of you thought I didn't care. I will always care about us more than any glitter. There is a reason I will not post anything about the adaptation of my work. From this point on, if you want to support me, you can purchase any edition of the trilogy at a local independent children's bookstore." And that's Steenberg. Now, it is my understanding that there was some backlash in regards to her casting, because they said that in the book, her character was described as a darker skinned woman, and they thought that Amanda's casting was not the business. At this point, I don't care. Clearly, whoever they had to do the casting needed to hear that information. Let's remove that. Let's get back into this. All right. All right. So let's get to what actually Tommy had to say. Now, this is a 5-minute video, and let me make it bigger.
Secret to the people involved.
Let me restart it.
I'm going to post this so ideally I won't have to talk about this anymore. And what I'm about to share is not a secret to the people involved. It's a reality that I've had to live with for about a year and a half. And everyone involved, at least at the highest level, has been made aware of this reality. And they haven't done anything to make it better. If anything, they've only antagonized me. And I accept that. But I also accept if I don't say something, I think it's just going to be worse. I'm not going to speak on what I endured to make it through the young adult trilogy and I'm not going to speak about everything that I also suffered through or endured to make the adaptation a reality. I'm actually only going to speak about what happened after I left that set of my own film adaptation, hyperventilating and sobbing. And there are many witnesses.
All right. I wanted to pause that because that was something that was significant to me. She left the set hyperventilating and sobbing. Hyperventilating and sobbing means that something that is a physical reaction to something going on that set. Let her continue.
So it's not really a secret. I came back to America and suffered such severe somatic pain and so many panic attacks. And I knew it was so bad that I would never, ever be able to watch this film. And I made peace with that.
She said that she suffered somatic pain. And when you suffer pain like that, it usually comes from an injury. And it's caused by the activation of pain receptors due to injury, inflammation, or mechanical strain. It can be caused by impacts, cuts, burns, torn muscles, ligaments, or tendons. So it sounds like she is describing that it got down on that set. There was some sort of physical threat.
But as it is being marketed, and as I'm still being antagonized behind the scenes, which is where I hoped all of this would stay, it's become apparent to me that that reality needs to at least be made known so that you guys can understand how this film, which I worked on to make it a little better for us to be alive, is also the worst thing I have ever had to live through.
And I'm going to end it right there because we need to get on with some more stuff. But apparently, now this is the way I feel about it. And y'all let me know down in the comments how y'all feel. And I'm not even going to hold you. I think that they had written this script. And throughout this filming process, the script had been changed. Whether it's coming from the actor saying that the dialogue doesn't fit, whether it comes from the other creative who helped write, who co-wrote this, that they were trying to make change the wording or whatever to adapt to the film, or simply they were just rewriting scenes and their rewrites had nothing to do with the book. Now, I will tell you that's common because a lot of times people adapt. It's an adaptation of the book. It's not a word for word, bar for bar. But I know that she got on this project because she wanted to make sure that the movie was as close to the book as possible. But it sounds like that there were some changes that she didn't agree with, or vice versa, whoever that she was having the conflict with. And it seems like while she was on set, there was something, and I don't want to say a physical altercation, but I'm just, like I said, I'm just speculating. I don't have any clue about what's going on. But either there was some physical altercation, some kind of perceived physical threat, or possibly what she would have interpreted as an intended accident, maybe, that caused for her to have some sort of pain. She sounds like she did not feel very comfortable or safe. Therefore, she sounds like she didn't feel comfortable or safe, and so therefore she's just trying to distance herself from it. It also sounds like to me that there's possibly, she talked about the higher ups and she's complaining. So it's possible there may or may be I'm sniffing around to see if there's going to be a lawsuit. I think she wants the movie to come out to see how it does, but I think that I think her treatment on set has me believing that whatever the catalyst for this mistreatment on set was so big and so huge that she no longer wants to be part of it. We'll see. I know that, like, we read those text messages, so I know that I know probably some of the cast was trying to talk with her, and to no avail, seems like. So we will see, child. We will see whether or not any more information comes out of this. So what I want to do right now is to review go over the trailer. And then after we go over the trailer, I want to give my commentary on the other side of it. So just in case we have to clip it out, my commentary would be on the other side. All right, are we ready? Let me see if I got my screen shared. Yes. Give me a minute, y'all.
Big energy. All this good energy got you all in your feelings. Big energy.
My daughter, you must not be afraid. Orisha was once a land where magic flowed through our people. You were born with a gift greater than you know. But those who feared our power took it away from us.
I know you miss her. Your powers may be gone, but that does not change who you are. Magic is a festering disease. Purge it!
Heed my words. You are the future king.
What if that is not the kind of king I want to be? For years, I have trained you. Because I believe you are the one. You can bring magic back.
Hold up, wait. Look around, everybody on mute. Hold up, wait. Look around, it's me and my group. Big energy. Big energy. All this good energy got you all in your feelings. Big energy. Big energy. Big energy. Big energy. Hold up.
They're looking to you to lead them.
All this good energy got you all in your feelings. Big energy.
She has the ability to annihilate us all.
Big energy.
You have unraveled me.
Big energy.
No mercy! You must strike!
All these years, we believed the gods abandoned us.
Oh, my child. They were waiting for you.
Okay, that was the trailer. That was the trailer. Now, I would say to you all that it's interesting. It gave away a lot of the action scenes. It seems like not too much of a story. We didn't get a narration. And if this was a teaser trailer, this is one of the longer teaser trailers that I've seen. It is jam packed with good actors, because I knew that there was a controversy about whether or not that there was going to be a balance of uh, they were looking to I know that there was one point in time they were talking about making sure that they hired a lot of Nigerian born actors, because I believe Tommy is a parentage, her parents are from Nigeria. And I think, with Idris, Cynthia Erivo, let's go back to the cast. So we have at least the lead actress is actually from South Africa, but you have Idris and Damson and Cynthia Erivo, Chewy Ejiofor, and the young lady above him. I think that they're all Nigerian or Ghanaian actors from Nigeria and Ghana, sprouting from the UK. So we see that, and then we see the Black American actors from Viola Davis to Regina King, and I think there was somebody else I just can't think of, Amandla Stenberg. So again, visually, I told them on Planet Fanatics channel last night that the visual gave me like a soap opera, whatever lens that they use on soap operas, because it seems like whatever lens they use, they always appeared like they were inside on a sound stage or a studio. That's the way it looks like to me. It didn't seem very organic, like they were actually outside. It looks like they're going to do a lot of green screen on this. That was one of my issues, and those types of things kind of, to me, pick up when you have a lot of colors in this movie. I wish they would have had a lot of outside work, working outside, filming outside instead of filming on the stage. For me, I wish they would have had that. I'm not sure. My second thing is, and like I said, I'm a visual person, so visually it has to please me. When I look at certain things, one of the things that I'm looking at, and we're talking about that, I don't know exactly if this is a past, if this is supposed to be futuristic, or if this is supposed to be telling a story of the past. Either way, it's something about the hair that bothers me. Not the fact that the hair is like a white color, but I really wish that they would have something about the texture doesn't feel right. It doesn't flow right. It looks like a wig. It doesn't look like an actual because there are so many stylists that can make a wig look like it's growing out of your scalp, but that looks like a wig placed on top. It looks like, and then it looks like a costume wig, and so visually that's not pleasing to me. I think Damson had too much hair on his head. Whatever that they put on his head, that it was just too much. I think if they would have had some very intricate braid pattern or something, nothing too much, but just enough, or just make him shave his head down and make him, no fade like, but just kind of shave his head down. But his hair didn't work for me. I'm big on wigs and hair and things like that, just visually looking good on set for our melanated folks, and I did not like that wig on the lead actress. I'm interested to see it. I am interested to go see this movie. I would love to know the story. I have the book in my house somewhere. It was gifted to me and I never did read it. I read maybe like the first 5 or 10 pages and I put it down, and I always meant to go back to it, but I cannot find that book anywhere. I think somebody has borrowed it and they haven't brought it back. That's why I can't find the book anywhere. But that's neither here nor there. What do you all think is the controversy on this set? Again, I will repeat what I think it is. I think it has a lot to do with there was some problems with the dialogue. There was some problems with the script. She made some kind of made some discussions about it, and from that discussions there was like some heated and some tension, and there I think there was some sort of accident which she perceived to be as intentional. That's the way I'm looking at it. Y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think. What do y'all think about this controversy of On Children in Blood and Bone? Do you think that it can be worked out before they start going out on the red carpet? Y'all let me know. What did you all think about the trailer? Are y'all interested in going? Let me know as well. All right, people, we do this every week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. Y'all. Y'all. This is a lot to try to go into, and I hate that the controversy is happening prior to going into this movie. I hate to hear it, but it's here, so we're just gonna have to figure it out. All right, people. Please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell a coworker, tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos. And as always, people, bye-bye.